there was a meltdown of a forum recently. I think they just came back up online in the past day or so.
They did. So, over the weekend, maybe Thursday, Friday, while we were in Portland, NEOGaf, the NEOGaf,
Was gaming age forums originally?
the Neo Gaming, the new gaming age forums, which started in 2006, headed by a guy named Evil Lore, whose real name is
Tyler Malka?
Yeah, Tyler Malka. Was found to be basically in disarray and shut down for scheduled maintenance due to some issues, which we'll get into in a minute. Basically, NeoGaf, like we said, was the continuation of the Gaming Age forums, which shut down, I believe, in 2004 and reemerged in 2006. Well, it was a public forum. There was a process to getting in, and bans. It was very easy to get banned, etc., etc. The forum was known for being, a lot of industry people would post on that forum. Industry insiders,
breaking news sometimes. Leak stuff from game devs.
Yeah, leaks. It was also known for being extremely insular, extremely cliquey,
groupthinky.
And while valid things came out of it, it was also largely an echo chamber. It was it seemed to me very elitist in ways, but it did provide like I said before, a lot of good things came out of it too at times. In terms of information and more in-depth details into stories. Development process and things like that. So it had its good sides. Tyler Malka was accused by film director Emma Liep of following her into the bathroom naked and getting into the shower with her after she repeatedly told him not to.
She didn't ask him to come in.
Didn't ask him to come in.
He just decided, you're showering, I'm going to come in.
Yeah, they were 2 years ago. Let's see. Mass Exodus was... Okay, that was from the Me Too phenomenon. Describes a trip Liep says she took with NeoGaf owner Tyler Evil Lower Malka 2 years ago. Although she originally did not name him, she later posted in the comment of her thread that interested parties should Google Evil Lore. She said that while she and Malka, who was her friend, were drinking together in a New Orleans hotel room in April 2015, she became very sick. Then she says Malka came up behind her in the shower without her consent. She says she told him to get the hell out. I was throwing up and decided to hop in the shower to feel better. I was surprised when he got into the shower fully naked behind me. I had a boyfriend at the time and didn't think I had given him any reason to believe I wanted this. I didn't cheat. NeoGaf melted down. A bunch of the mods quit and stepped down. And a bunch of people started posting what they called suicide posts, which were posts basically begging to be permanently banned, which
is easy enough on a site like that, from what I hear.
Yeah, from what I hear too. Basically, so that they would no longer be associated with the site in any way, shape, or form. They wouldn't be, seen as having an active account there. How do I segue into what I want to say next? You go with your thoughts.
We've talked about stuff that's come up on this site before for some information for podcast topics. So, like you said, it's from what I hear, it's a strange reputation, this website, where you have industry insiders and people that work in the industry posting there, reading there, but it sounds like you have a hive mind that exists there, that sort of dominated there, and that's not good. I mean, there's no other way I can say it's more sophisticated than that. It's not good to be associated on a forum where if you have any sort of critical argument that doesn't agree with the vast majority, you are either dogpiled on, or you're outcast, or permabanned, or temporarily banned. I don't personally understand the need to be associated with that sort of group. It's just as bad one side or the other. If you look at sort of, totalitarian type of thinking, it's both sides, left and right. So it's a horseshoe shape. Once you go out the other way, you don't want to hear the other side, left or right. I always hear bad stories about people threatening Boogie 2988 when he was trying to be, trying to look at sides of issues for stuff like Gamergate or ethics in journalism, because he wasn't all the way on one side. People on NeoGaf went after him. Like, it's just like, okay, it was sort of a
well, there was Gamergate there was pro Gamergate stuff on NeoGaf too. I mean,
I'm sure that was cleaned out though, eventually, based upon the reputation of the site.
Not always.
Not
Anyways,
always,
no.
From what I hear though, whenever I hear people bring it up, YouTubers, it's almost always in a negative light, how they are portrayed or thought about. For example, Ian.
Oh yeah, they came. Supposedly they came after me at some point.
I would love to have seen that. Because you guys all think Ian's the giant SJW. Well, NeoGaf's associated with that sometimes. They went after Ian. for what? Because you were calling people babies for wanting the Super Nintendo Classic?
I don't know, something like that. But, Malka denied it. And as of today, I believe, or yesterday, NeoGaf is trying to basically, it's back up and it's trying to rebuild. I believe there's another board that has been started called Reset Era by a bunch of the moderators. What I'm hoping is that we see something occur that's less clicky, but we still find a place where this news gets out. As far as Malka goes, the guy seems like a total fucking scumbag.
Well, this
piece
was
of shit, because I have a couple things to say about this, and this is where I wanted to go. He's denied it, but it's not the first time there's been a problem with him. He's denied this, yet he wrote in a 2012 post. So he wrote about this, groping a woman. I'm quoting this from a Verge article. Groping a woman who asked him to buy her a drink in a bar in order to show that I wasn't being taken advantage of.
Let me get this straight. So he offers to buy a woman a drink, which is, precursor to talking to them, interacting with them. So he figured to show.
No, a woman asked him to buy her a drink, and then he groped her to show that he wasn't being taken advantage of.
How does that make any sense?
It doesn't. And then apparently he defended his actions in a follow-up post, then allegedly banned all of his critics.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah. And,
be happy a woman buys you a drink. You know how rare that is?
And then, to ask, if a woman asked him to buy her a drink.
Oh, well, okay.
But still, it
the whole
doesn't make
fucking
any
thing's
sense.
insane. The whole thing's insane. But saying that's good. A woman wants to interact with you. You don't fucking go grope them. I'm so sad to say
that they're not taking it. It's just so fucking.
Then don't buy them the vodka martini then.
And then right, exactly.
You have a choice here.
Or just don't buy them a drink.
You have a choice. Don't buy them a drink. The one choice is that shouldn't be on the list of ABC is to grope them. That should not be a choice on the list.
Right. The other choice is to replace that choice with don't buy them a drink.
Yeah, I'll keep the $10 in my pocket. I shouldn't grope you to justify it.
This is...
Why do I have to explain this?
This is the sort of shit that makes me sick, though, and we've talked about it before with people like, just recently with Weinstein, and we've talked about it with other people before.
Devin Faraci, Harry Knowles.
This is a guy who supported a lot of politically progressive causes, or
Feminist
at least
stuff.
said he did. And, it turns out he's a fucking scumbag in the background.
And it's bad. But this is because it fuels... This is why it's bad. Because then it fuels the other side to say, whoa, everyone with feminist ideals is a secret scumbag. Which isn't true. But there is some shade of truth to those that are usually sometimes the loudest espousing these are hiding some awful behavior. It can happen. You're hiding in plain sight, and that's happened with assholes like Devin Faraci, for example.
Sure.
People like Harry Knowles. There's Harvey Weinstein. There's been a lot of people that have seemed to be on one side, and then they're secretly pieces of trash.
Yeah. And so it's fucking disgusting. And
no one wins.
There's
no winner.
They're fakers. It's in a way it's the same sort of idea as on the right. They're fakers, and they're horrible for the left and for progressives, because then all of them get lumped in with it. Just like you have the alt-right and the far-right, on the conservative side, and they make
any Republican look like an asshole.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan from what I hear about this website. So don't celebrate the death of the website, or don't lump just because you visited the website. Obviously, doesn't mean that you should be associated with heinous actions. Because the founder
if you're
did
a
that.
poster at NEOGaf, I know tons of people who posted at NEOGaf. This is not an attack against anyone. It's just the overall idea of the site was never something that gelled with me.
And if you're a person attacking people for posting on it, guess what? I'm pretty fucking sure a forum or something you post on, there's probably people that run that too or behind the scenes might have done some awful things that you don't know about.
Right.
Probably. So you're not winning by attacking the death of a site just because you didn't like it before. I fucking can't stand anything that perpetuates what I think is just garbage culture war, and this is just one of those things. You know, whatever side. I'm just fucking sick of it because it accomplishes nothing. No one wins because there's no communication happening to try to actually influence the thoughts and behavior of someone in a subtle way to get you to come over a little bit closer to your side. It's just, oh, I win this time, throw shit until you lose and the shit hits you back in the face. That's basically what we've come to politically and on social media. And I'm sort of sick of it. And I'm glad that someone like this gets called out for the bad behavior, but the ramifications, it's not going to be helpful in the end. It's just like, haha, you were against Gamergate, now look what happened to you. So now everyone else that was against a certain online hashtag movement can be lumped in? No, it doesn't. That doesn't accomplish anything by saying that. So that's where I'm going to sort of leave that unless you have anything else to say.
I'm good.